Hi, you're tuned in to Gospel Interviews Live. I'm Larry W. Robinson. Gospel Interviews Live features special guests for an unedited, unscripted, unrehearsed conversation about anything gospel. You never know who will drop by to join me on the broadcast. So stay tuned for exciting conversation right here on Gospel Interviews Live with your host, Larry W. Robinson. Stay tuned. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, Larry W. Robinson. My guest today is Carree, and many people call Vicki Winans the hardest working woman in gospel, but I believe that Carree is one of the hardest working men in gospel music. You see him everywhere, he's singing everywhere, and I'm excited to have him on the broadcast today. Carree, how are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful, man. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing excellent. I love the new CD, Reset.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that.
All right. Now, first of all, we all want to know, tell us a little bit about why it's so important that we reset. That's the title of the album, but it has a deeper meaning. Tell us why.
Well, yeah, it's important that you understand it's never too late to begin again. Just when you thought it was over and you may have felt like things were coming to an end or things hadn't come to pass as quick as you felt like they should, God is saying in this season you can always press that reset button and start over again. People give up on their dreams and their goals and their ambitions so fast because things don't happen the way they feel it should happen. But God is saying just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean it won't happen. So just press that reset button and start again. Reset your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, and just make sure that everything is just moving forward. So I just want to make sure that people understand that this season is a season of being uplifted, encouraged, and inspired. So reset your life, reset your dreams, man. I'm telling you, it's been working. People are coming out of depression. People are sending us testimonies where they're finding jobs, or they're starting businesses because of that message. Even more so than the songs, the message of the album and what that meaning means.
That's good. You know what now? I love the song, the little interludes that come on for Reset. Of course, Clean This House is the #1 smash hit from this CD. And but there's another song on this CD that I absolutely love, and I'm going to tell you in just a moment. But before I get to that song, do me a favor, tell people the real meaning behind Clean This House. Everybody's been asking that question. What does Clean This House mean?
Well, your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost. So when I'm speaking of a house, I'm talking about your body, your temple. Anything that's in you that's not like God, we're asking God to take it out, clean us. The Bible says, first his up that we may be clean, wash us so we can be whiter than snow. Create me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. That's the premise of the song. And we're just having real talk. There are things that we go through in life where we need God to clean us up and get us right and put us back where we need to be. So the song is just a testimony and a conversation I was having with God about things I may have gone through or things that other people may go through or maybe have gone through in the past. So God cleaned this house from the inside out, restored me, take away my impurities, because ultimately I want to be like him. I want to be right.
Right.
That's the premise of the song.
Right. That's good. Now, on your last CD, I had a favorite song, and that song was Simply Redeemed. I absolutely loved it. And then on this CD, now listen, this is one of the only, and I think I told someone else this is one of the only CDs I can listen to, Isaac, from beginning to end. You know how some artist CDs, you want to skip a couple of songs? Well, your project is actually one of the few that I can listen to from beginning to end. But Sometimes I get stuck on one song. Now, if you ever need an opinion on what you think the next single should be, just ask me, and I'll tell you. But I get stuck on track number 6. And the title of that song is Preach. I love it. Tell me a little bit about that song. I'll put that on repeat and just let it play.
Wow. I love that song, too. That's a dope song. It's funny. When I came with the concept, we were talking about, how when people are in church and the pastor is preaching, preach, Reverend, preach that.
Right.
It basically was just trying to get a witness. That's why I was saying, if I'm basically saying something that resonates with you, just I'll preach, So the concept was kind of fun, but the meaning behind it became so real. We started talking about people's life experiences and things they're going through, and people being discouraged, or people being sick, or people walking in unforgiveness. But God forgave me, preach. He delivered me, preach. He saved me, preach. So it's a good call and response song, and I love it. I love it.
Well, you know what? One of the reasons why I do love it, I host another broadcast titled Gospel Singing on the Spot. And so, many times if a singer is singing real good, they'll holler out, "You better sing." So that's one of the reasons why I like preach, because that's exactly what people do. You want to preach.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, I wanted to make sure I had nice concepts. I think great concepts create great songs.
Right.
You have to have concepts. You have to have things that people can identify with. You know, it's like, oh, I see what he's saying on that. It makes sense to them. Like that, you know, now that you know the meaning behind the song, when you listen to it again, it may even give you a different spin on it.
Right, exactly. Well, you know what, Isaac, many people think you just popped up yesterday because of the great success and the great favor that God is showing you in this season, but you've been around a little minute. As a matter of fact, we remember you with the high top back in the day, singing with Pastor John P. Key. Then, of course, Men of Standard, doing work with Kirk Franklin. Just do me a favor and just tell the listening audience how God has been faithful through your journey.
Oh, man. Words can I express how faithful he's been and how he's kept me. I like to say it like this, you know, all those years. I'm just grateful that God still has me relevant. You know, some people fade away as they grow older. You know, they fade away, and it's almost like, where are they now? But God is relevant. He put me in a position where people still want to hear me. People still buy my records. People want to know more about me. And I'm grateful to God, because only God has that type of keeping power. I learned so much from all those people, working with Pastor Key and Minister Standard and Kirk and so many other artists. I learned so much. So I just basically cultivated everything I've learned, put it in a bottle, mixed it with what I had already, and present it to the world as a solo artist. So you have a little bit of Kirk, Minister Standard, John, all mixed up in this one presentation. So, you know, I think people feel like they can trust me. I've been here for a while. I've been around. I've been around for 2 decades. So I feel like they can trust me musically. They trust my ear. They trust my music approach. And I'm grateful to God for that.
Now, you know what? Music is just in your blood, because I got your mama CD, and she can show enough sing and preach. So tell the listening audience just a little bit about your musical influence.
Oh, yeah, I've been singing since I was a kid. My mother made us sing, and I didn't have a choice. And I didn't like it then, but I'm grateful now because, it you know, that's what I do. That's how I take care of my responsibilities. That's how I take care of my family. So, like you said, she's a singer. She's a preacher. So the apple didn't fall far from the tree. My sister sang, I sang. So I thank my mom for really, really, really instilling that in me.
Right. Now, you know what? How important is it, because you took advantage of social media and all those things to elevate what God has called you to do in this season? Now, whenever I need some comic relief, now I notice that you haven't been on there in a couple of days, but whenever I need comic relief, I go right on to your social cam channel and just sit there and watch all the videos.
Oh, yeah, man. I just love to have fun. My name is Laughter. So I try to put myself in a position where people can understand who Isaac Carree is outside of the music. They know my song. I want them to know my personality, you know. So I'm a fun-loving guy, love to laugh, you know. So it comes out on my social media pages, my Twitter page, my Facebook, Instagram, social cam. Just have fun, man. People, you know, we live in a day where people are uptight and worried and stressed out. So people want to laugh. So that's what I try to do, a little of that.
All right. Now, you know what advice do you have for someone that is considering, you know, we just had Sunday Best, Tasha Lockhart walked on with that title, but for people that seeing platforms like that, and in the back of their mind, they're thinking, you know, do I have what it takes to be a gospel artist or be a gospel singer? They may be suffering with low self-esteem or any of those kinds of things. What advice do you have for them to do what God has called them to do?
I would just say, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added up to you. God makes the increase, you know. So we have to put the work in, and God makes the increase. He does the rest. So make sure you're called to do this, and be patient, you know. And while you're waiting, make sure you're serving somewhere. Serving really put me in this place. When I served all those years with Pastor Key and Minister and Kirk, it really prepared me and equipped me for this season. So people have to make sure that their priorities are first. You know, don't get caught up in it for the awards or the money or the fame. Do it because God called you to do it, and you want to really change people's lives, and He'll bless it. He'll breathe on it, and He'll allow it to go, and He'll put you before great men.
That's good. Now, you know, we see you on your social cam, and it kind of gives us a glimpse into your life. But do me a favor and tell the listening audience, you know, when it's downtime, when you're not rolling on social cam, and, of course, when you're not on a national platform and the spotlight is not shining on you, How do you just detox? How do you just reset and just refuel yourself to do what God has called you to do?
Well, I chill, man. I chill at home with my family, and we do things. And I got friends we hang out with. I play basketball, and we do a lot of different things just to kind of relax, man. You know, I'm going so much, and I'm always around people. So sometimes you just steal away and just enjoy life, you know.
That's good. That's good. Talking to Isaac Carree today. The project is titled Reset. Of course, call your local radio station and ask them to play the #1 song, Clean This House. And have some other great music. Now, let me say this. When I first heard the song, I can't lie. I'm one of the ones that thought, okay, R. Kelly must have wrote that song because it kind of sounds like a song that he would do. Now, how did that happen where, you know, the song was written and done, and then R. Kelly heard it and decided to do the remix?
Yeah, man. He heard it. He wanted to be a part of it. You know, I guess, I don't know if he heard the comparisons or whatever, but I don't know. But he wanted to be a part of it. I mean, I just feel like we as Christians can get caught up on who the person is or what we think their lifestyle is. You know, everybody has a relationship with God, and he wanted to give his version of how God has cleaned him up or how God is in the process of cleaning him up. So for me, I looked at it as a seed planted. You know, I gave him an opportunity to have a conversation with God. And,
right.
You know, I planted the seed, God makes the increase. So it's not for me to read any deeper into that, look at his present, past, or his future. But my job is to plant the seed and pray that God, you know, just breathes on it and waters it, where it will take him to other places spiritually. So it was a great opportunity for me. It was a great experience. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. And I was honored.
Yeah, I love it. I have no qualms about it. I absolutely love it. It's actually one of my favorite tracks from the CD. Talking to Isaac Carree today, the CD is titled Reset. Do me a favor, Isaac. Tell our listening audience, now we know you're taking over Social Cam, but where are some other places our listeners can catch up with you and follow you? And I see you on Instagram as well, so give them all those places.
Yeah, Instagram is Ike Nice. My Social Cam is Isaac Carree. Facebook is Isaac Carree, and my Twitter is @Isaac Carree as well. You can go to my website, www.officialisaac.com. Follow all my pages.
Okay.
And, you know where it's a one-stop shop. You can get you can grab everything from there.
All right. And so it's officialisaac.com?
Officialisaac.com.
Okay, good deal. All right, as we end our conversation today, Isaac, do me a favor. What if we have someone listening to our conversation today, and you know the scripture says don't be weary in well-doing, but what if we actually have someone that's weary in well-doing and feel like giving up? What advice do you have for them today?
Don't give up. You know, don't give up. Keep going. You know, the race is not given to the swift or the strong, but he that endure to the end. People give up so much. People are always going, talking about what hasn't happened, talking about what should have happened. You have to live in the right now and believe that God can do exceedingly abundantly above more than you can ask or think. And again, I say that scripture again, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So that's what I would say to anybody who's trying to get into this, or people who want to give up, or people who are at the brink. So many times we're so close to our promise that we walk out before it happens, and we were just right there. So you can't give up.
All right. Isaac Carree, thank you so very much for taking time to talk to the listeners of GospelInterviews.com. I appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. Be blessed.
Bye-bye.
You've been tuned in to Gospel Interviews Live, an unedited, unscripted, unrehearsed conversation about anything gospel. I'm your host, Larry W. Robinson. This broadcast was produced by TC for TC Productions. The music bed was provided by Angela Christie from her latest release, The Breath of Life. For more information about this particular broadcast, visit our official website at www.gospelinterviews.com.